As is means current system as of now, like old ERP. Matlab, as is means the current system on which you are working, like maybe it's an old ERP. And when you try to convert this into SAP, it will be a 2D. The new ERP system. Like SAP ERP. Okay. Process between these two known as phases of implementation. The process between these two known as phases of implementation. Phases of implementation not only in SAP, wherever you go, like within Oracle, middleware, or any software, any hardware, any kind, there are some phases to be implemented to make it live for the users, for all. SAP defines some phases in implementation which they need to follow by all team members. All team means here what basis terms, the FI, all the team members of the implement, all consultants of the team members. Alone, you are not alone in implementation. You are just part of implementation as a basis. You lead basis. If anything went wrong in basis, you are the responsible. You have to take care of it. So what roles you have to play in implementation? What role has to play? What role SD has to play? So like this all predefined. These all rules are predefined. Okay. So what now we see phases. Then when you come to phases, we have 5 phases. We have 5 phases in implementation. Like requirement gathering, blueprint, realization, testing, training, and the last comes go live. These are the 5 steps which every consultant has to follow to take the system from as is to be. They play a vital role. There are different types of projects, like even sometimes it's a small project, sometimes it's a medium project, sometimes it's a huge project, it's a big project, where company is going to implement SAP thing, portal thing, SRM thing, everything. It takes maximum 3 years to implement everything. But in first phase, they release a small ECC system like by which they can start creating their POs, PRs, and all. Like they're going to implement in first phase SD, FI, ABAP, basis, and PS or PP, depending upon their industry. Once it got released for all end users, they started using the system, and side by side they are building system again and again side by side for different modules. But here it takes minimum 9 to 12 months. It's a small project, it takes minimum 9 to 12 months. In this 9 to 12 months, they have to segregate every phase in some weeks. Like for some they take 4 weeks, for some it takes 5 weeks, some it takes 25 weeks, some it takes 8 weeks. Like that, you have to segregate everything predefined. And management has to follow the things after completion of these many weeks where we are stand. Like also after 20 weeks, we have to be here. We have to check on every week meeting where we are, whether we are ahead of the time or we are the back of the time. because for a back of the time, if you are not able to deliver the things on time, then you may be penalized with the client, because client has to bear huge losses if you are not implementing system on time. They will give you a grace period of 30 days. 30 days after completion of a period, 30 more days. Then also if you are not able to deliver system, then you have to pay penalties to the client. For those reasons, you have to be very careful while doing all these things. You play your role, managers play their role. Now we will see how these things goes one by one. Okay, what is requirement gathering? What is requirement gathering? Okay, here in this phase, then is it client place to gather the information about their existing business and the processes. Okay. For that together, they are more care about existing business and the process of the existing business. Here what MM will go and meet the purchase manager and know all the processes which they use in MM, and SD will meet sales team to know the process of sales. Like FI will go and meet account head, okay, and know all the flow, because main thing is FI, where finance comes into scenario. Here they have to see very carefully how they use taxes, how they pay bills, what is the due date and all. Because if you do any small mistake, company has to bear loss in crores. Here, one consultant is not enough. They have to two consultants initial phase only. They have to even go to banks and see how they made transactions in banks, what is the letter of credit, how they pass their loans, how that is the export company to see all their export things with the banks. Like they have to check each and every process regressively and try to jot it down the points. We have to do these things in SAP. They have to convert these things in SAP. In the new things from SAP. Like that, they have to note down all the points. Now it comes to basis. Basis will go and meet the IT or VPIP. So what basis has to do when he visits the place? First, he will try to understand the network flow of this existing business. The flow of the existing business, because here basis plays a vital role. He has to ask for some public IP. He has to check internet and intranet how they're using, but of how they secure. The outside users never allows into the company. They check everything. They talk to the managers. They talk to the IT guys, and they demand for request for some they requested for some IP addresses, like 30 IP addresses for installing SAP. Why 30 IP says this is not like if they are going to implement just SAP. Sometimes after in future they implement SRM also, CRM also, routers also. They reserve 30 IPs for SAP for next 5 years because they have to. They're giving a range like 10.10.102, 10.10.40. Okay, so these IPs are specially reserved for SAP. Today you use 10.0.0.10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The remaining are for you only. They never give to somebody else. If some other team comes, they will allocate from 40 and on. Right? These are specially reserved for SAP team, and they will check firewall security even the request to open few ports. Even the request to open few ports for SAP. Like this is a brief discussion between network team and the basis team. Okay. Then they come to mutual understand. They will agree on that. And they will take some space also, rack space also, where they are going to put their SAP servers. If it is a on-premise environment, if it is a cloud environment, no problem. They will book a space in a cloud because nowadays people are using on-premises, on cloud, or both also hybrid. On-premise also, cloud also, depending upon their investment, depending upon client interest. Okay. So here,
And one second. So
yeah, tell me.
hello.
Yeah, tell me.
So whatever the IP address that you have mentioned here, those address are the default address for installation for SAP or
No. I just give example, sir. I just give
okay,
example. No.
okay.
Because company may use 20.0.0, either they
Yeah,
use
yeah. So
190, 190 to
something
160. Just give a range.
yes, yeah.
Don't fit because company using their own IP addresses. Na? Somebody starts with 100.0.0 also. So
Yes,
it's depending upon them. Okay. I just give
yeah.
example. These 30 IPs are booking for you. Okay.
Okay.
So for this process, allocate 4 weeks time. Okay, consultant have 4 weeks time to gather all this information. Even they collect information in 2 days also, even 4 weeks also. They are not allowed to go beyond 4 weeks. You have to just go and collect information, come back to it after 4 weeks with all your inputs, with all your gathering. You know? After 4 weeks, before 4 weeks, they have to collect everything. Like FI will do FI thing, MM will do MM thing, SD will do SD thing, then basis will do basis thing. Then this process is completed in maximum 4 weeks. Somebody takes 1 week only, somebody takes 2 weeks only, somebody has to take 3.5 weeks, but it has to be completed in 4 weeks. So company allocated 4 weeks. So after once this phase got over, then the second we jump into second phase on blueprint. Jump into next phase called blueprint. Here what happens? Here what happens?
So, are you asking me?
No, asking. Just I'm telling. Here what happens is all team members gather at their own office and try to share information and findings of this about the project, and they have a detailed discussion on the processes, the they try to put everything in the form of PPT or flowchart. Okay. Here what happened? All team members gather at their own office and try to share the information and findings at their project. And even the detailed discussion on the processes, like some company has 50 processes, some company has 100 processes. They have to have detailed discussion and they try to put everything on PPT or a flowchart. Why PPT? Because they have to finalize the things what they are going to implement for the company. They just make a flow. If our business starts here, MM will do this, SD will do this, FI will do this, PC will act like this. Everything defined in a PPT and a flow chart for the process and for the business. So here what happens? They take an appointment from the client again and they show all these PPTs, like 30, 40 PPTs are there. They show everything to the customer or the client, okay, and try to take approvals from them. These are the things this is our gatherings, these are our findings about your project as is. Please approve all these things so we can start working according to this process. Once we implement the project, then we're able to see everything like in this PPT or in this flow itself. Please finalize it. They have to take 2-3 meetings, and the client said, 450 is not okay, 750 is not okay. You have to module this, you have to modify this, modify that. They have a multiple meetings on this, but they have to finalize everything in blueprint itself. Okay, this has 3 weeks time. We step where they have to take appointment from the client, okay, and show them the processes, the flow chart diagram. They show to say these are the customized programs we're going to develop. These are the standard things. you have this company course, you have these profit centers, you have all these things, like what all things they are going to print, they develop. Then from the client side, the purchase manager, sales manager, account head, and the IT head will see all those things and they try to modify. If they require modifications, they do. No, this is a process we need to like, because they are the experts in their business from last 10 to 25 years. So they will give their inputs. This should be like this. So according to that, once they finalize the things, then they start working on the realization phase. Once this phase finishes, they start working on in this phase, they try to put everything from into computer systems. Okay? In this process, actual work is being done. So what happened? In this is only the actual work being done. Actual work means they have gathered the requirement. Now they have a final blueprint also, how process should be. Now the third phase comes where this functional people has to start working on the system. Like they first basically install one system development and give it to the this team, which means the functional team. Where they will start creating all customization things. Like FI will do their things, MM will do their things, SD will do their things, but basis help them creating roles, creating users, modifications, do this, do that, whatever things they require from security point of view, this basis I will support them day by day. Okay? So here this is has to be taken care by managers project lead or project head. Because here what happens, they have to be very much clear because this is the phase which decides whether things are implementing, they are going to deliver things on proper time or not. There is the phase where real work going on, and in this phase only, this is led by the project managers, project leads who know the all projects very well and who have already implemented some projects in his belt. Okay, so here he leads the things like that. We just see example of 30 weeks. We make plans for 30 weeks. We have to do this for first week, second week, third week. But so meeting after 3-4 weeks, you have to be here. After 6 weeks, you have to be here. 9 weeks here. Like that, we plan the whole business. We plan the whole business for 30 weeks or 32 weeks. In this way, people are working. We can design everything in a proper manner. Okay? So, first to explain this, I just jump on to Excel sheet and try to make you understand this phase in very lenient manner. And jump on to Excel. We will take examples of 12 weeks. Okay? Now we see the modules. Which are modules we have? We have MM. Okay? We have FI. Okay? We have then we have basic. These are the 5 modules. Just for example, we have these 5 modules to implement, and every consultant getting this 6 weeks. After this 6, you have to be here. After every 3 weeks, they have a meeting. After every 3 weeks, they have a full discussion what they have done, how the process is going on. But at the end time, like if it is of 26 weeks or 24 weeks, down the line, when 4 weeks are left, they have meeting every week because at that time they have to finalize, take decision on the fly. They have to take decision on the fly whether go or not to go, whether to keep, not to keep. At that time, they won't wait for 3 weeks in the last phase. Like when 3-4 weeks are left, they last 2 weeks they even have a meeting after 2 days. Every 2 days, according to the progress of the project. If they want new experts, guys like want to make any modifications to the project, they will do it in the overnight itself. Okay, but they need to take care and try to deliver things on time. But this, I'll see how this phase will work. Okay, so what happened? They just try to put meetings after every 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 5 weeks. And at the end phase, they keep meeting us every week. And in the last 1 2 weeks, they keep meeting every average every 2 days after they have a meeting. Say what is the progress, what is done, we need some more help, we need some more experts, or it's done, all things are live, they test regularly before handing it to the client, they have to test it very carefully. Now when 3 weeks are come, what MM does? MM stands here only. MM stands, they only able to complete with 2 weeks task. SD able to complete only 2 weeks task. FI is complete only 1 week task. ABAP also 2 weeks task. This is a complete only 1 week task. This is complete only 1 week task. Now the meeting day comes. What people have to say about why this is not complete on time? What MM says, it says say what happened? All tools are very new to us. We need one more consultant with industry specific knowledge. Here what industry? Industry means you are the consultant of MM. You work for construction industry for first 2 years. Then you join a new company, like this company you join. But these people are working on automobile industry. The process and construction industries, the process and automobile industry are totally different. If you tell a consultant of construction to configure things in automobile, it is very tough task for him because you know everything in every flow of construction, but he never work on automobile. So it takes time. So he asked me, sir, this is just new, totally new industry for me. So I need one more consultant with industry specific knowledge. So what manager does tell, okay, sir, no problem, we will give one more consultant to you, but take care, please. When you come for next meeting in 6 weeks, you have to complete all your backlog. All your backlog. Okay, no problem. Done. Come on to SD. Please approve one consultant for them. New consultant. SD. SD. Little bit here. We require one more consultant because the processes are very large in numbers. Okay? We need to understand the and design the process. We need to understand the business and design the process accordingly. Why? Because in SD they have got all new person, very large processes. Some companies using some processes, somebody saying we have these all processes. Please configure things like this. So for this, they have to understand the business, design the process according to the client requirement. Okay? They need one more consultant. Okay, no problem. Consultant given. Now come to FI. See, FI lagging with only 1 week, 1 week only, lagging with 2 weeks. This is here. 1 into yes, and that blocks. So we need 1 with knowledge of taxation policy. We need here when FI team comes, FI, they have seen that these people are very much litigated about the taxes and the GST policies. The process very new. So here we need to appoint one chartered accountant with all because we know chartered accountant means they are just playing with taxes only for the whole lifetime. They are the very experts to discuss or to design the process now regarding to taxes and the benefit of taxes, loss, tax loss, everything. Okay? Consultant and design. Now comes to abacus. What abacus does? Abacus says yes, uh, customizing that program tracking numbers. We need 3 abacus. 3 abacus, one experience, and 2 questions. Okay? So we need 3 consultants. Why 3 consultants? In any project, whenever you go in SAP, I think, SAP, whenever you go for implementation, you see the ABAP batch, they should be large in numbers, like 8, 6 people, 8 people, even 10 people also, because they have got very less time and they have to develop very large things. They have to modify the whole business into ABAP. They have to redesign whole business into ABAP. They have to build a new process into ABAP. They'll write a program, no problem. They write program immediately, but testing will take very much very more time. Like what they have coded, what they have code for this 1 week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. They have to test it and then we have coding will take 3 4 days. Testing will take more time. So what they did, they need 2 sessions for only testing. Testing means I complete my program. If I start testing, the coding will be stopped for next 3 4 days. What I'll do, I'll just code the program and give it to the team to test the thing. Okay. So they want 3 more developers. Like already 6 are there, they want 3 more, 2 are specially for testing, 1 expert as per the requirement. So what happened? They divided into 2 teams, 5 5. 5 will code, 5 will test. 5 will code, 5 will test. Okay, like this. Now comes to the basics. Now come to the basics. Basic tells I have solved and configured their system and hand out to the team. Now I am waiting for the hardware to come for quality and the production. Okay, this is ideal. It helps team create users for security reasons, for firewall reasons. It tests more requests, more objects here and there. That's it. Just wait for the hardware. Just wait for the hardware. Now, this is the status for the first week. When second week comes, according to their things, they started working. Here also, Every team is making it. Every team has not able to complete things. So one second. Huh? Yeah, this is the thing. See, here you see they are lagging with one more week. Every team is lagging, but they have to reconsider the things and start working. Here, what happened? Sometimes some consultant left the job on immediate basis or emergency basis. He'll feel sick, is not well, or some person has got good offer. He jumped to next company without informing anybody. So all consultant needs to inform management. If somebody not attending office for 2 3 days, please inform manager immediately. Sir, he is not attending. Taking calls also. We need replacement for him. Like all these things are happening. Okay, like this, they complete the process, try to complete. But when it comes to 9 weeks time, now they are comfortable working. Now they are like this. They will try to complete the project on time. Okay, they'll try to complete the whole project on time on this basis because but manager has to take care because see what happened for third week, for sixth week, for ninth week, if manager not take care when it comes to ninth week, he may see ki MM is in fourth week only, SD is in fourth week only, FI is in seventh week, BC is in fifth week. Like in this what happened, they will not able to deliver the project on time. They follow the sheet regularly, they will give the project, deliver project on time to the client. Okay, this is what I would like to make you understand. In this, I will jump on to our word stream. Now let's see some test and training phase. I will come test and training phase. What is this phase all about? This phase is all about testing and training. So before this phase, what basis has to do? Basis has to build a quality server. Basis has to build quality server and create some users in quality who are going to test the things in quality. But taking approval from the management, he has to create few users who are going to test in quality system. Okay, and he has to do all pre-steps, post-steps. Okay, he has to move all objects to development quality, and before starting this activity, this phase he has to ready with the quality server. Okay, and hand over. Here, what happens? Here, will test process every process regressively. Here, what happens? They have to they have to find wrong things in the process because they have to accept all 140, 150, 200 documents which they have developed till now. Once testing people say कि हाँ इसको is okay, they have to sign off the document. Once they sign off this, they are okay with the process. Once they finalize the process, no modification will be done from client this consultant side. If they want modification, after that also they need to pay for it. Otherwise, they have to find some loopholes, some findings, and try to modify these things before sign off. This way is run for 8 weeks. This is run for 8 weeks. In 8 weeks time, they have to do two things. People will test also, and they will train the people also, because they implemented SAP in the new organization where nobody knows SAP how to work, what to do, nobody knows. But they are very much comfortable in their old ERP. But now the time has changed. Company has implemented new thing called SAP, but nobody knows how to use it. So we have to train them. Who train? The MM guy will train MM, SD guy will be SD, FI will train SD, like that. This has to work very hard. They have to prepare their own documentation or process one by one, and they have to train, because the users are large numbers. Like company has 1,000 users, so it is not possible to train 1,000 people. So they select some managers from all the sites, all the branches. So from all the places, all managers will gather at one place, and they try to train the managers first. First 3 weeks. They try to train managers first 3 weeks. Then they shadow them for next 2 weeks. They shadow them for next 2 weeks. Shadow them means manager will work with the see. And this tells you that this is the wrong thing, this has to like this, just like this. So after that, they're comfortable. For next 2 weeks, they work alone. Okay. First 3 weeks they train them, next 2 weeks they shadow them, and for next week they work alone. Because they're comfortable with the work now. Now what is the duty of the manager? They will go to their site immediately when the training is complete. Then they try to teach same thing to the whole team. They will try to teach same thing to the whole team members or all team members. Like 7 people have to work like this, 20, instead of like this. In FA how to do secondary like this, immediately like this, immediately like this is like this. Okay, all these things. So this phase is very critical phase where you have to test the things with client will test all things and make all modifications. All the modifications, and they finalize the thing, and they have to sign up the documents here itself. They have to sign the documents here itself, which is done. If not done, make correction, but we have to complete this phase. You have to take a sign off in all documents. If your errors come to us, we'll solve, but we have to close this as well as possible. Now it comes to